Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, we shall see examples of addition of fractions with different denominators. So let us take an example here. If we want to add these three fractions, how do we do that? Negative 5 over 12 plus 5 over 8 plus negative 1 over 6, like that. So as step number 1, we're going to find the least common multiple for the denominators 12, 8 and 6. Let's write that thing down. Find the least common multiple for the denominators of these fractions for the numbers 12, 8 and 6. How do we do that? Let us follow the procedure which we followed in our previous presentation. So step number 2. We're going to write the number 12 and then break it into its prime form. So 12 we can write as 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is equal to 12. We can write 8, we'll take the second number and then write it in its prime form. Prime form is in its base form. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, and then the third number we have is 6. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So we'll make a box here and then try to represent these numbers in here. So in the first box we'll represent the 2's, and in the second box we'll represent the 3's. Okay, so in 12 we have 2 2's and 1 3. In the number 8 we have 3 2's. We'll fill them up in the 2 box, and then there are no 3's. And for the number 6 we have 1 2 and 1 3. So we want to find the least common multiple. We're going to circle the highest power of the prime factors. The highest power of the prime factors. We have a 3, which is the highest power. We could circle this one here, or we can circle the 3 which is in 6. So since we have circled 1, we are not going to circle the 3 in the 6 box. So the second highest power we have is 2 times 2 times 2. So in the 12 prime factors there is just 2 times 2. In the 8 prime factor box we have 2 times 2 times 2, which is the highest power is the number which we are going to circle. We're not going to circle the other numbers. So now we are now ready to, let me write this third step, the next step. The least common multiple for the numbers 12, 8 and 6 is going to be equal to 2 times 2 times 2, that is the one we circled, times 3. So when we multiply them out, it is going to be as follows. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 3 is equal to 24, and that is the number we are looking at. So in our next step, let's write the following things. Now we're going to come back and then make a decision as to 12 times what number is equal to 24, and 8 times what number is equal to 24, and then 6 times what number is equal to 24. So if we recall our times table, 12 times 2 is 24, 8 times 3 is 24, 6 times 4 is 24. So now we have the numbers, so therefore we can write a common denominator with this following steps. In this next step we're going to do that. We take the first fraction, which is negative 5 over 12, and we multiply and divide by 2 here. So we're going to take 2 divided by 2. 12 times 2 is 24. We take the second fraction, which is 5 over 8. We multiply and divide by 3 here. 3 divided by 3. Let me write this a little better. So I'm going to erase that, I'm going to erase that, and then write it out as 2 divided by 2 here, and then here 3 divided by 3. So 8 times 3 is equal to 24. And the third fraction we have is negative 1 over 6. That is what we have there. And then we're going to multiply and divide this by 4. 4 divided by 4. So when we take now we are ready to find the common denominator. I'll write it as the next step. We're going to multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. When we multiply the numerators, we get 5 times 2 is 10 divided by 12 times 2 is equal to 24. Negative times positive is a negative, so we put the negative sign there. In the second fraction, we multiply the numerators. 5 times 3 is 15, and 8 times 3 in the denominator is 24. And in the third fraction, we have a negative sign multiplied to a positive sign. Therefore, the result is going to be a negative value. We multiply the numerators. 1 times 4 is 4, and then multiply the denominators. 6 times 4 is equal to 24. Now we have fractions with a common denominator. We'll write it as step number 7. The common denominator is 24, and now we combine the numerators. As long as the denominators are the same, we combine the numerator parts. So in the first fraction numerator, we have negative 10. The second fraction numerator, we have 15, and in the third denominator, for the third fraction, in the numerator we have a negative 4. So we're going to combine these numerator parts. Write the common denominator as 24. Negative 10 plus 15 is equal to positive 5. Positive 5 minus 4 is going to be equal to 1. 1 over 24 is going to be our answer. This is the answer, and this is in its proper fraction format, because the numerator value, the numerator is less than the denominator, therefore it is a proper fraction. Therefore that is where we want to leave it. In my next presentation, we shall see examples of addition of fractions with different denominators.